All right, what's going on, YouTube? I was hoping to make a video yesterday, but I got tied up in some things. I was driving around, running some errands with my girlfriend, and once again, just lost track of time, so I apologize for not uploading. I wanted to get a screenshot of when we hit 555 subscribers, but by the time I looked at my phone, we had already passed that number. Guys, the growth is crazy. I thank each and every last one of y'all for watching my videos and even subscribing to me. That's like from the bottom of my heart. The best thing that I could just say is just thank y'all. I'm gonna try to keep the content coming. If I do get to that point in time where I can have a membership or start releasing merch, I will try to likewise put some decent merch that's up there for y'all and really make this channel something that you guys will enjoy being a part of. Make it an amazing community and just keep up the good uploads and things of that nature. But anyways, let's jump up into this video. So it says black woman doing the most in Egypt, blasting rap music, hanging out the car, no shame. So this comes from More to Life. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Telling me to lower my standards, like, no. No.
Do not waste your time with anyone below your league. We are at our league or higher. Actually, no, preferably higher.
Trying to date people below you because you think that they're going to treat you better.
They're never doing dating is date somebody that makes less money than me.
Advice to be cheap. Cheat as much as you can, okay? And then and then leave.
Wow. Absolutely disgusting. So I was just trying to let the video rock out, but no, this is horrible. My best relationship advice: leave him, cheat on him, or beat him. Stop complaining about a loser male you have no plans on leaving.
And favorite relationship advice is gonna be leave. I don't believe in struggling and thugging it out with no man.
Said, as shallow as this sounds, do not date below your tax bracket.
Apologetically black in Egypt. I don't give a So being black to you means to be loud, be dangerously obnoxious and insufferable, and to blast music about moist private parts as loud as you can in public. You didn't say unapologetically me, you said unapologetically black.
And you want to know the crazy part? Racist people think the exact same thing.
That's something in common. These aren't stereotypes anymore, they're racial truths.
Yeah, there's nothing polite and cute about that. I would really wish. I was just having this conversation with my coworker and like all these other people. I'm seeing it on my Instagram. I'd really wish that our women, and not just black women, women period, would understand that life would be a lot simpler if they cooperated and that they were honest. And likewise for men, if we could just be honest. You want to have fun. This is okay. This might be fun to you, but this is being a danger to society and a huge disruptance. Like, come on. You damn near got your whole head out the window, shaking, doing all. And, like, yeah, it might be lit to record, but I fear stuff like that. Like, what if out of nowhere your friend has to brake real fast or something happens, the car flips over, or another car, they swerve by and then you hit your head on that. Like, oh, please. Be safe, man. And that might be I can't see it from this angle, but she might be a beautiful woman. Like, come on, man. Anyways.
And to you, of course.
They don't get it. They don't get it. Black fatigue. Seriously, I despise things like this. You're showing the wrong side of black people. I'm happy they know from watching social media. I know some people may think, oh, look at them talking about their woman. But even like this man, right? He's correcting what she's doing.
Yeah.
It needs correction. That's why you see a lot of black people voicing black fatigue. We're tired of it too. And if you look at the percentages, that's what our job is, to show. It's a percentage thing, and a maximum, meaning most black people do not act like this. You can find black people in the hood like me. I come from the hood, right? I didn't grow up shooting guns. I did grow up a little rough, but I didn't grow up doing the wild things that guys did in the 80s from Southside Jamaica, Queens. I wasn't going from town to town selling crack, engaging in things like this. And when I did do things like this, that was in my younger years. How old is this lady? Let me see. Let me review the video again. I know I'm different. I'm one of a kind. Look at her age. Wait when you see her face? Wait till you see her hanging out the window. Look at this lady. She has to be at least in her 30s, right? If she's in her younger 20s, you need to lose some weight. Well, I think
I'm not gonna really take that point that he's trying to do, but I completely agree with what he's saying. I'm not gonna try to even identify the age of somebody just by looking at them, because we know how it is with women and makeup. There are women who are really young that they start putting on makeup, they start showing, cleavage, or they start showing their body, and you might see them walk into the corner store or something like that. You pull up on them, hey, I like you, whatever. Like, so how old you is, this and that. And then if they actually tell you, they be like, yeah, I'm 16. You're like, what the hell? Then you got to kind of look back at yourself like, whoa. You that young? Like, it was a situation like that a couple years back. Y'all remember that girl who snuck into a party and she was like 15, 16, and I think she got like a streamer or a rapper, somebody in trouble. But anyways, I'm not going to try to identify age just off of facial features and this and that, because too many people are able to change how they look, to look older, to look younger, to even look a different gender. So I'm not going to stay on points like that, but black fatigue is definitely real. Something that I'm going to make a commentary video on about is, I don't even want to spoil it. Let's just get back.
I think that's what it is too. You need to lose some weight because she could be in her younger 20s, but I don't think so. Who knows? She could be. But still, this is not us. And most black people aren't like that. And you know what I'm going to sing right now? They not like us. They not like us. Yes, I can play that song. I like that song. But not song talking about moist private parts. Wop, wop, wop. It's spreading. I saw WAP playing in the Philippines and then blasted on the radio and girls singing it word for word. Spreading.
Men with kids, people get mad as like, I don't understand why my decision as a childless woman to not date men with kids is so bothersome. But it has been. I've been very vocal about that ever since I've been on the internet. I do not date men with kids. I don't do baby daddies. I just don't do it. I just don't go down that path. I meet a man and I really like him and I end up finding out that he has kids. The relationship ends immediately. It doesn't matter how far we make it. Doesn't matter if we've been talking a long time and then I finally find out he has kids. I've had that happen to me before, and unfortunately we had to make our exit. I really don't play when it comes to kids. I'm very stern. It's one of my non-negotiables. I don't have children. I do not want the partner that I have to have children. I'm just not into it. That doesn't mean that you have to do that. That doesn't mean if you have kids and you want to date someone that has kids, do it. If you don't have kids and you want to date someone that has kids, do it. Whatever you want to do. But I don't understand why my choice always upsets people. It really makes people mad, especially people that have kids. And I'm just like, I made it this far without kids. Why do I have to date somebody that has them already? Why do I have to do that? I don't. So I don't. It goes for any childless person out there. You don't have to be with someone that has kids.
Now, I gotta get my take on this because she has her preferences. If that's her preference, she shouldn't have to. I don't think anybody should be mad at her. But I will say this: you may be losing opportunity. I'll tell you why. Me, I have a kid. My son right now, he's turning 16. Now you have to understand. Yes, I talk to my son a lot. I give him lessons all the time. But he's not living with me. I'm in a whole nother country. I bring him here from time to time, but it's much different, right? Like my wife doesn't have to take part in that. So you can be losing opportunity to meet a fine gentleman, right?
Okay, so let me go ahead and speak on the situation he's talking about. Like how he said earlier, you having a preference is not a problem. I would respect everybody to have a preference. Now, there are some people with some very unrealistic expectations and preferences in the dating world. But what you're kind of like, what this guy's kind of saying here, and I don't really know him like that. His situation is unique and it is different. However, in this dating world, something that I'm really coming to find out on my own, like as I go through the motions and stuff like that, people don't have time to sit here and be waiting for you to get your things together. People don't have time to, you just seen in the clips earlier, women are saying that they're not building with a man. They want to find that man already. And likewise for some men, like some men don't want to build a woman. They don't want to take care of that woman, say, yeah, I know that she's combative, she's defensive, she's this, she's that, but I'm going to work with her. There is no benefit to making life harder for yourself by dealing with somebody like that. So, and altogether, people would just rather not even do it. That's why people are lazy and they don't want to go to the gym. They know that their best version of themselves is somebody who's fit, who exercises, who eats healthy, who doesn't smoke, who doesn't drink, who doesn't do this. But they can't abandon those things because they're weak-minded. They would rather deal with the comfortabilities of life than go and challenge themselves and make things harder and actually take that route. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it. I'll go ahead and let him talk on some more. Like he said, you might be missing an opportunity. That's how that's how the women who are toxic, who had 6'5" different baby daddies, that's how they think when a man doesn't want to take care of their kid. They be like, oh, I'm an amazing wife. I suck, this and that real good. Or I got real good, you know what. That's how they think of themselves. And like how he's saying, it could even be in a situation where some of them kids, that guy don't got to worry about the kids because they always going to be at grandma's house. Or they always going to be at the baby daddy house. Or they getting taken care of the baby daddy and his other female. Or something like that. But nah, man, preference is preference. And like how she said, if you don't want to date nobody with kids, that's all right. Why are we getting upset at people like that? I know, especially from a male's point of view, like when men say that they're not dating women who have kids, I'll be seeing it. They be like, "What? You're a loser. You're this." It's crazy. Anyway,
that has a head on the shoulders, and you probably have no man. You're missing opportunity, lady.
As kids, if you want to, that's amazing. If you want to be a step parent, that is amazing. That's a wonderful, selfless thing to do, to step up and be a parent to someone that's not your child. But for me, I'm cool. I'm good on it. I don't need no convincing because it's not going to happen. I'm not interested.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
And it will always be that way. I've stuck to it this long.
Now, I kind of feel like, like I said, I don't know this guy, but I do feel like those edits and stuff like that, that's kind of shallow. You just kind of expose yourself, brother, as being a man who has a kid, who's turning 16 and stuff like that. I just think that's shallow. Because that's a personal trauma that you have. And so instead of just hearing her point and not being hypocritical and just saying, all right, well, I respect that, go do what you want to do, you instead kind of did what she just was saying, is that people get upset and it's just like, oh man, like, they get all panties in a bunch and this and I just want to call that out, man.
I don't see myself wavering, and for some reason people think that they can change.
And that's another thing, is it's universally accepted for women that they don't need to settle. Now, men as well, men can have that power, but they just have to be unapologetic about it. They have to do it even if nobody is behind them saying, yeah, brother, like, yeah, you just got to be who you are unapologetically. It's just, yeah, I'm not doing this.
In my mind, and I think that's weird.
She has her right, but still, it's a lot different between men and women. When a woman has kids, she wants to, I would take my son. But women want to, I can't lose my baby. This and that. That and that. And it's that way. With men, much different. A man doesn't have the baby with him most of the time. I don't know. To each his own, though, right? You have a right.
To each his own.
And I agree with you. If you don't want a man with kids, don't have one.
That man that you're dating that's below your tax bracket will literally convince you that it's okay to settle. Will literally make you feel bad for wanting to take trips, for wanting to go places, to dinners, to whatever.
So I know I was just talking about this, and you see we have another black woman. Now, this is a different kind of style. She's got red hair. If you guys are from Miami, Florida, you know that a woman who's in her red hair era is in her damage phase or whatever. But we're not gonna make that assumption about her. Nice little cowgirl hat, got the nose ring, and then the eye I don't know what piercing that is. But here's the thing. Now, this is where I do step in and I say that some people's expectations are unrealistic. Is that women, and they said it all in the clips earlier, they don't date down. They don't even date the same. They must date somebody that's above them. And all that screams is that they have an ego and that they think that they're worth something that they're not. It's the typical case of somebody, like, let's say me, for instance. Let's say I change my name to LeBron James. Or LeBron Ramon James or whatever it is, right? And I keep on trying to hack into or to get access to LeBron James' wealth because I have LeBron James's name. That's not how it works. But I'm gonna keep on telling people, well, I'm worth it, because it's who I am. I am who I am, and I'm this, I'm that. I shouldn't have to settle. I shouldn't have to do. That's not how it works, and that's how some of these women can be. Is that okay? You want to date the guy who makes 6 figures, but you don't make 6 figures, and compared to him, you're actually a bum. You know, like, you just look good, but you're a liability. You know, you just want to party, smoke, drink, look good all the time, and all that stuff costs money. You're looking for him to finance your lifestyle, and all you do in the meantime is just give him some box and just give him your loyalty until, you know, maybe some other finer, more richer guy comes in that you can do something. Or maybe a guy that you just want to have a one-night stand with and you don't tell him, and you know, whatever. But that's when things get convoluted, because love and compatibility should have nothing to do with, and I'm gonna say that partially. When it comes down to finding a lifelong partner, I don't think that any kind of financial possession should be taken into account. Do you love this person, and does this person love you? Because if they love you, then there's gonna be action behind their words. If they love you, they're not gonna burden your life and inconvenience you in any way. They might not make as much as you, but it'll be like, hey babe, I know, like, you know, you're a CEO and I'm just working here at Kroger, but I saved up some money. I've been saving while you've been doing a lot of the bulk of the work, and I still want to spoil you. I still want to do this, because it's very easy for a man to make money. And like I said, if he loves you, like, then why not? That guy will go out here and still buy it or pay to get your hair done, your nails done, even if you're making $1,000 or $100,000 more than him. If he loves you, he's still going to take care of you outside of just giving you good whatever that you're there for. Which I don't want to say that stuff on the channel, but you'll be surprised, bro. Like, women and men, like, if you got some good private area, man, you'll be surprised how they'll stay. Anyway.
Anything that would have him spend money, have him come out of his pockets, he'll literally convince you to feel bad for wanting those things. And then that's when you start to resent him, because now it's like, why are we unable to do this? Why are you making me feel bad because I want to do these things? Or why do I have to pay if we're going on a trip, or if we're going to a dinner, or whatever the case is? Either way, it's a lose-lose situation. One way or another, he's going to convince you to feel bad about.
Now, that might be her personalized trauma, but I want y'all to pay attention to what she was saying. She was saying, why do I need to pay if we're doing this? If we're. That is a typical selfish statement. Something that shows, in my opinion, narcissism. If I ever say we, if I need to go to the gym and I'm going with somebody, they don't need to lift as much weight as I lift for us to go and be able to work out on the same machine, have a great conversation, have a good workout. That's because when we go in there, okay, cool. Like, if you can't bench press 225, that's all right. If I can't bench press 315, that's all right. Like, work to your strengths. We're there as a partnership, as a group. We're allies. We're buddies. You know, we're here to grow and help each other grow. That's not that mindset is not in relationships. This woman is literally saying, why do I need to feel like I need to pay if we? And now I understand she might be saying in terms of, like, period, like, you go out on this date, he invited you or whatever, and then when it's time for the bill to come by, he's like, oh well, I didn't tell you to pick up the filet mignon and this and that. Like, stuff like that is tacky. And it's definitely something where it's like, bro, like, what the hell? It'll have anybody look at you weird. Like, even your homeboys be like, yo, so, like, I'm gonna pay for my food, but we came out here and now you finna be penny watching. Like, hey man, you ordered the this and that and all. That'll make anybody look at you kind of crazy. But still, I feel like if you make money, I make money, because that's how it is for a man. If I'm a billionaire or I'm a millionaire or I have six figures and I date a woman, more than likely I'm not going to be dating a woman who also makes six figures. I'm going to be dating a woman who makes less than me. And I'm just going to have to be content with that. I'm already in that situation right now where I'm dating a woman that makes significantly less than me. And I have to essentially just be like, all right, well, here you go. Here's money for this, or else I'd be considered a deadbeat, horrible, bad guy who's not a provider, who's this, who's that. But I just don't like how it seems like in a relationship there is no chemistry. There is no we're a team and we're doing this for one another. We're being selfless. It's just more of like a what can I get? What can I benefit? And it only seems like the female gender can have a benefit. The male must have all these things that he has to follow and all that. And I just mouthed on like crazy. Let's just get back to
something, or he's going to make you feel like you're superior and you're looking down on him. Whatever the case is, it's really not worth the time and the energy. Like I said, as shallow as this sounds, do not date below your tax bracket.
With this, I'm not trying to throw no shit, and I'm not trying to be mean. But if a guy tell me that he's straight and he's wearing dangle earrings, hoop earrings with a little cross or whatever, I'm not here to tell nobody how to wear their earrings or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like they're on the other side of a rainbow. Like, guys that tried talking to me before that were...
This is another thing. So, and she's gonna expose it here that guys that she spoke to. So these are people's real life experiences that they be talking about, and that they have unfortunately ran into, and it's so unfortunate. But when it comes down to like hoop earrings and stuff like that, I'm gonna be real, man. I don't have no hoop earrings, but sadly, the men of today are not the men of yesterday. Like, I got homeboys, I got friends, I got neighbors, I've got people who, these guys, bro, like, if we were back in the 80s, 90s, people would think we are some sweet dudes. Like, I think I wore earrings, like, this year, in the beginning of the year, and my dad seen it. He was like, son, like, what are you doing? Like, you have that pretty boy look now, like you gay or something. And I'm like, Dad, like, what the hell? I can't wear no stud earrings? Like, it's an issue because I have earrings? And I couldn't understand it, but, you know, like, we're not how we were. Or, like, anyways, the masculinity, if it's the testosterone, if it's the whatever, we're definitely not like how we used to be. And I can second that sometimes the fashion trends that us men can get into, it's a little weird. And that's why I don't do certain styles and outfits. Like I told you, I know people who, these guys are football players, they're this, they're that. They love wearing the little crop top thing to show their abs all the time when they're on the field. And then they might wear that shit out to like a club or something like that. So here it is, you got this big buff muscular dude, and then he's just got, you know, he's got his abs out. He's just walking around, you know, like that, like with a shirt like this, trying to talk to females and all. Like, hey, that's the times we living in, bro. I don't know what to make of it myself.
Wear them earrings is an automatic turn off. Because I wear hoop earrings. I don't need you wearing hoop earrings with me. We not about to be the hoop twins. That's out. I asked my cousin like a few months ago, like, what is your turn off for a dude? She like, a guy with hoop earrings. Yeah. Because that's like the other side of the rainbow. Y'all might, you know, everybody got their preference on how they go about it. See, we don't like it. I can only speak for me and my cousin. I can't speak for other girls, but I would never talk to a man with no hoop earrings. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be mean.
That's your preference.
More power to y'all.
Yeah, that's your preference.
Advice, because my first and favorite relationship.
All right, this is the worst video of them all. But I know guys that wear anklets, man. I've never put on an anklet. Like me, when it comes down to me as a man, and I can personally say I love women who have beautiful feet. If you have nice toes, you get your toes done, and your feet are soft, and you make sure to do that stuff, or if I'm dating you, I will make a conscious effort to make sure that your feet are done, to make sure that you look up to a certain par. Myself as a man, I don't do that for myself. Like, I make sure to try to groom my nails, try to not have some calluses and some corns, and to have all this craziness going on, to, you know, just so that I'm not looking crazy. But I don't decorate my feet. I need to start going to these places to get mani-pedis, to take care of my fingernails. But I do all that stuff myself. You know, like I'll soak my hands in some water, get my little Puma stone or whatnot, grind it up so I don't have no calluses on my hands and things of that nature. I'd rather do that for myself and then go on about my business than, in my own personal opinion, going and paying somebody to do this, to do that. And then also, I just know myself personally. If I do go to those spots and I'm doing that stuff and like there are a bunch of women who might just be around, I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be like something traumatic for me, but it'll have my attention on other things. I'll be nosy. I'll be looking at these girls, as you know, this or that. But
advice is gonna be leave. I don't believe in struggling and thugging it out with no man. Men are disloyal to women. They're more loyal to other men than they were women. So you staying as a woman with a man who's dogging you out makes no sense. But if you choose to, my second relationship advice is gonna be beat it. See, a man who thinks he's stronger than you, he's gonna go to sleep.
A man who thinks he's stronger than you. There is a statistic that I think a 15-year-old boy has more physical capabilities than a 20-something plus year old female, or it's probably even younger. Why are we still funneling delusion? On a physical level, yes, a man is way stronger than a woman. And if that man means malicious intent to a woman, only a man can stop that man. Seriously. I know that you might think that you might, because you fight all these people, you might have been fighting your cousin, you've been fighting all your life. Don't put yourself in that situation, black woman. Especially for our beautiful black women who might see this video, who might resonate with that feeling and be like, oh man, period. Like, I'm just that street. I beat niggas' asses. Please don't fall in that mentality at all. Anyways.
Feeling comfortable. But the fist don't have to go to sleep, okay? Hit him with some fisticuffs. Hit him with that Captain Crunch left hook, okay? Third advice is gonna be cheat. Cheat as much as you can, okay? And then beat it, and then leave, all right? But no matter what kind of advice I give you, I'm always gonna say leave,
Cause you are a horrible person. This is the things that is being pumped up in the black community, and then we wonder why dating is so cooked. We're literally, my best relationship advice is leave him, cheat on him, and beat his ass. So abuse him physically, abuse him emotionally by leaving him and cheating on him. Break his trust, break his courage. When you cheat on somebody, you destroy their identity. Because especially if that person loved you, now they're going to be thinking in their opinion, or not in their opinion, in their heart, why wasn't I good enough for XYZ? Why did they step out on me? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not handsome enough? Am I like, what are we doing? This is absolutely disgusting. And I feel like the fact that she was even able to post this on the internet. Now, I'm not for censorship at all, but where's the people like universally shaming this woman to say, yo, you're disgusting for that? Like, women, please don't do what y'all always do. Get behind her and be like, clock it, sis, or period. Or, please. Actually have a soul and a heart for once to say, if you had a man that you ran across that you really loved, like that was your actual dream guy, would you follow this woman's advice, cheat on him, beat him up, and then no? Like, where's the love? Where's the nurturing, the care, man?
Y'all be out here in a relationship with men who will beat you and torture you, and you don't fight back.
Wow.
What? That's crazy. That's why I don't have friends for that reason.
No, you don't have friends because you're a bad person. Because if you're willing to do that to your man, you're also probably willing to do that to your friends. You'd probably put your hands on your friends. I'm just being real.
Just shut up and put up with it and stay silent, or you have to leave, or you have to beat it.
Crazy. She's not lying either. She's dead serious. Look at that look on her face.
Yeah.
You see those eyeballs? She's not just making a TikTok video. She's dangerous to your health. And not only will she beat you, cheat on you,
cheat on you,
or leave you, she's gonna cook him hocks and kill you. So either way, you're gonna do turmoil. Die early, get cheated on, get beat, and left. And you do know the color of your skin, right? You don't help out with the stereotypes. Seriously, you make the stereotypes look real. I don't think they're thinking.
Something I will not do is marry a man who makes less money than me. Now hear me out, okay? In the grand scheme of things, I do not care how much money people have, how much money they make. If you're happy, do what you want to do. But for me personally, what I have noticed is men who do not make as much money as a woman, for the most part, not all men, disclaimer, they become jealous and then they start treating women really badly. I have had this experience multiple times. I have even experienced this with a man who made more money than me, but he was financially irresponsible. So I was financially better off than him because I knew how to handle my money. So one thing I will never do in dating is date somebody that makes less money than me.
Somewhere along the line, I got used to being alone.
This is a major issue. Now, you guys already know. You notice a bunch of the ladies that are saying this, at least half. They're all overweight. Look, you're making the money. I get it. You may be making 70, 80,000 a year.
As he says this, I just want to say, and this quick disclaimer, he could cherry pick videos of women who are overweight talking about this stuff to make this point. I don't completely agree that it's always overweight women that are like, oh, I'm never dating a man or marrying a man that makes less money than me. I mean, we just seen that other lady who had the red hair, the cowgirl had, talking about the same thing. She wasn't overweight. And even if it's like, oh, they're over the age of 30, I know there's young girls who say stuff like that. Now, it's very easy to cherry pick and to nitpick. I don't want to ever like sit here on my channel and just be like, oh, yeah. That's all women. That's all this. That's all that. I try to make the distinction that, yeah, it's just some women and likewise it's some men. But I think that's irrelevant. Like, what does that have to do with this video? Like, he has his channel and he's going to be saying what he has to say to do what he needs to do to garner his male audience. But something that I will say for y'all, like if y'all are going to rock with me, I want to be 100% honest and keep things real. And especially with y'all. If y'all want to call me out on something like, hey man, I feel like you were being too slack about this, you're being too slack about that, by all means, leave it in the comments. But I don't ever want to have y'all come here just so that we could be spreading hate on people, or just so that we can be a tribe of dudes who, and women will find it real corny. We're just all hurt. We've had bad experiences. So we're just sitting around and we're just hating on women. We're all blah, 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 this and that. Because I come from a mindset and a mentality that we are more mature and we are above all these things that we're watching. Like, we're above women like this. So why even give it the time of day? Yeah, we can talk about it. We could say, man, you see how crazy that sounds, how this and that. But I'm not here to belittle these people. It is true, though. I'm not going to lie. When her video came up, I was like, man, this girl, she not even that pretty. But, hey.
Here, maybe even more. Maybe 6 figures. You don't look the part. I'm not hating on you. What you need to do is take some of that money, get a trainer, and lose the weight. You'll thank me later. Because you may actually have a chance, but not really. Why? Expectations are here. Even girls who are already slim are not getting a man because the expectations are here. What does that mean?
Yeah. So the higher the expectations, even for ourselves as men, the more work and the more things you have to have that actually justifies it. That's having accountability. If you just have some crazy expectations because, well, like I said earlier, well, I named myself LeBron James, and so I just need it. Please, bro. That's not cool. And likewise with you, sis. That's not cool.
A lot of you, most of you, have no hope. You're going to see. You'll notice when you hit 40, or you look like you're close to there. It's getting late.
But stop trying to date people below you because you think that they're going to treat you better. They're not. Like, their psychology, for whatever reason, convinces them that they're actually on your level and deserving of you. And do you know how painful it is to get played by someone who's ugly and very painful. Very painful.
Attract, I don't want to date someone who is too similar to me. I agree with that to an extent. However, I want to walk down the street with a tall, tattered, big, muscly man I feel like it would look weird, me walking down the street next to someone that's not.
It definitely would, because you've gone overboard with the tattoos, you know. But I get it. You don't want to be one pair of Air Force Ones walking with a pair of Timberland boots. Nobody, you know, no one wants to look like they're out of sync. But sometimes it is kind of true that, what is it now? Opposites attract. So sometimes you'll have this party animal person dating a person who's very reserved, who doesn't go to parties and who doesn't do this and doesn't do that. It might be toxic, but, you know.
Like me. I don't know, I just feel like it looks... You ever see like a couple walking down the street and they're just like, both of them look really cool, they're both like real heavily tattooed, both wearing cool fits. That's what I want. That's what I want.
I'm looking at her body the whole time. Like, she has on the makeup.
She's pretty in the face.
It's just all over.
It's just with all the tattoos,
do the
though.
quick face swipe. Makeup gone. Also, she has a TikTok filter on top of the makeup.
Yeah.
You guys know that, right? These
Yeah.
TikTok videos, they have filters on them. So she has one on top of the makeup. I could only imagine. So the tattoos already makes you look ugly. Remove that makeup. I'm waking up next to you going, that's what's gonna happen with that man with tats. He's gonna wake up saying, and you probably want him handsome too, with some money, 6 figures. They all want it. He's gonna wake up and go, with nothing. Like, I have the tats. I'm a Chad, and you, you're ugly. And he may tolerate it, but I couldn't tolerate it.
Yeah. My thing with girls and tattoos is like, a girl can have a tattoo, but just don't be excessive. Like, things like this, I get it. They are cool. And I think that's a bit of a masculine trait. But as I get older, I see that women are really finding tattoos to be real cool. Because when I was a little boy, I thought tattoos were like the biggest thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta have my little Chuck E. Cheese tattoo right here. Whenever I go to Chuck E. Cheese, I get my patch, or I do this, or I do that. Women have that same mentality, and I don't know if it's because they're looking up to people like Amber Rose and all these other people when they were younger, but I don't think that there's like really much that you can do when you do all these tattoos, you know, because you want a man who, like he said, she probably wants him to have a decent amount of money. What is she gonna do that's gonna make her a decent amount of money outside of being a tattoo artist herself, or outside of potentially doing art online, or on, like, you know, one of those niche careers that it can be successful here, but then it could be like really bad there, like, you know, like, what is it that she's doing? You just do, like, you're just a content creator, and I would hope that her content creation is making her money, but realistically speaking, it don't be making those women money, and not enough money that's groundbreaking to justify all the demands and requirements that they want in a man. So, yeah. Because it's like, you can't get a job like that. You walk into a job, you're tatted up like that, they'll look at you and, you know, they're like, well, are we sure we're hiring the right person? Anyway.
Seriously. Because I don't know you right now. I don't know the real you. What's behind all of that? Scars. That's what it is.
The Snow Bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the university, and that Snow Bunny will see a black man with potential and see him 5 years later. He's a millionaire, and the sister say, look at that sellout. He went and got a white girl, but guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, wanted it. You know what?
She didn't. It's because she fell for the strong and independent black woman programming. And that's going to be the commentary style video that I have coming up. We in the black community have really embodied some toxic ideas, and I myself can even second this. I had to be honest with myself and say, when I as a man still have access to women who I might have dated in the past, like I can still DM them or text them or whatever, like we had some emotional attachment to each other, and I can get them to say like, I'm handsome, or I can get them to be like, oh, you know, I miss us, or oh, you know, I'd like to hang out with you more, and they might have a boyfriend or whatever. I understand that that's not good and that I don't need to be entertaining those things. I could pull back and I can pull away. But I can be so honest and tell you, in those situations, I feel like those dudes who be getting women, they be cheating. Kind of like how Offset did when Stephon Diggs went ahead and said what he said about Cardi B, and now they don't date. And now he's like, all my females are mine, all my BICs are mine, and this and that. Like, it's a bit of ego. It strokes the ego. Like, yeah, like I got it like that. Like I could leave and come back, and this stuff is still mine. And it's like, we need to stop romanticizing that idea. We need to stop romanticizing these kinds of things and these type of attachments in the black community, because it's toxic. We have a bunch of toxic ideas that we romanticize on. I ain't gonna lie with you. I've never had like a girlfriend be that crazy about me, but if there's a girl that I break up with her and she's actually spinning the block to pull up to my house, not to egg my car or anything, but like she coming to my house to knock on my door to tell my mama, hey, is you know, Prince here, such and such, I need to talk to him, and I would feel like, oh man, why you doing this for, man? Why you this? Why you that? I'm not gonna lie. I probably would talk to her again. I probably would be like, man, like, why you be pulling up to my house, bro? You crazy. You need to stop. I'm on a restraining order. I'm on this, I'm on that, but you know, she might message me on a different account sometimes, be like, yo, man, I'm sorry. Like, why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? And I'll be like, bro, like, leave me alone. And here it is, I'm talking to them instead of just completely ignoring that person. It's what it is, bro. Anyways.
Why? Too many black women want a finished product. Black women have to stop expecting men to be a finished.
They were taught that way, Dr. Umar. And Dr. Umar has some things that he's right on the head with, and he has some things where it's like, nah, man, you missed the mark. He is not lying. Unfortunately, a lot of our women are being taught from a child that they are entitled to the best caliber of men just because they're that girl, with no proof, with no evidence. A big butt is everywhere. Some nice teeth is everywhere. A woman who's sexy is everywhere, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, sex appeal is everywhere. You can find it in any area. And like how another video is gonna say, these women will take that idea that, oh, I have all these guys in my DM, or, oh, I walk down the street and somebody wants to talk to me, or all this, all that, and then they equate it with their value. That don't make you valuable. That just makes you somebody who everybody would like to, you know, do some things with, and then they'll use you like a condom and then dispose of you when they're done. So they're taught to see black men who are working hard, who are grinding, who are nerds, who he don't got it yet. They're taught to say, man, I don't date potential, and to just ditch you. Meanwhile, then when you do boss up, then they're gonna be, oh wow, you see such and such as this, you know.
Product is help him level up and become what you need him to be.
I don't need to coddle a man and be there, and I've worked my way up the same way. You need to invest. I don't think it's necessary in that way. Why is it only?
Because the big reason why these snow bunnies are running off with black men when they have nothing, but they believe in their vision, and black women are waiting for him to cross the finish line.
I don't like it when somebody says that somebody has a black woman. I think it's incredibly derogatory, and I'm not receiving it anymore. When a guy has like a real like and taste for a black woman, they will refer to it as a black woman. But if
they my bad, if that's a fetish, then that's a fetish that I have. Man, like what I was saying in the nail shop, I love black women, man. Like, I'm talking from the top of the head to the soles of the feet, man. I love them. I don't know. I don't see myself dating any other race. Not to say that I won't or that I haven't, but I love black women like that. Like, I really do enjoy them. And like I said, from the soles of their feet all the way to the top of their head. And I just told you I like girls that got some pretty feet. So, yeah. That's what type of timing we on. I want to court a beautiful black woman. I want to be married to a beautiful black woman. I want to, as a man, have my situation set aside so that I can take care of my said black woman. it would be unfortunate if I got a white girl after saying this statement on the internet. Definitely would, but
somebody really likes blondes or browns, they will never say it's a brown
I don't really like blonde
or a
hair.
blonde hair.
It looks good on some
Why
women,
is it weird or
really
a
like
taboo or a that somebody has a desire for black women? You're valid in how you feel. We look good. The skin is glistening. The dark skin complexion is glowing. You are not wrong. The thighs is thick, the ass is fat, and the bra is bouncing. You are not wrong to feel
okay.
when you see me.
So you're talking about
Are you surprised that a man is vocally loud about how attracted he is to you? Are we that damaged? Has society made us feel that we're that foreign to appreciation? So the next time a man comes to you and tells you that he finds you he finds black women incredible, you better say, duh.
A man below your league, thinking that he's gonna treat you like a princess. No man will try to humble you more than a man that's below your league. In his mind, he's unlocked a whole new level. He will not think he got lucky and he's hit the lotto and he just needs to cherish you. A man that has hit a miracle will have his ego inflated. He will think this is what he's capable of always.
I'm not gonna play the rest of this video. We're just gonna go ahead and leave it on that tip, on that notion. Great video by More to Life. You know, brother is obviously, he's got more skin in the game, and I would like to likewise have videos. I might react to this one next. Let me go ahead. I got a bunch of reactions that I need to get up into to watch with y'all. But anyways, like, share, subscribe. Hey, remember what I said in the beginning. If you made it this far out, I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.